your attention to the book of Amos.
All right.
That is the book right after Joel, which is the book after Hosea, which is the book after Daniel. I keep going back, but I don't want to go back too far. When you get there, say amen. Amen. Okay. That fifth chapter and the 18th verse. Amos 5:18. You got it? I said you got it? I was going to say I was going to wait till the pages stopped turning, but I see we got a lot of Apple iPads and things. So when I see you stop typing, I know you got it. I know for a fact that these words are recorded there.
All right.
It says, woe unto you that desires the day of the Lord.
Come on.
To what end is it for you?
Come on now.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. Watch this. 19 says, as if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. Now, if you paid close attention, you probably would have seen the simple things like running from a lion. This is my subject. Running from a lion into a bear bitten by a snake. Yeah, running from a lion into a bear and bitten by a snake. Consider that text God's warning to anyone who is playing church. Honestly, I think I ought to just finish it right there. For the text, it says it all. Amos here is dealing with those who like to try to fool people by acting holy. One thing about this here, brothers and sisters, you can fool man, but you can't fool God. Yeah. Man is easy to fool because man's assessments and evaluation of people is based on what man sees outwardly. In other words, man's view and purview of humanity is based on what man is capable of seeing with his natural eye. But Amos is letting us know that there is an unseen eye that sees all that we do, and an unseen ear that hears all that we say. That unseen ear and unseen eye, it belongs to God. Watch this. And God sees stuff and knows stuff about you that nobody else in this room knows. Listen, I tend to tell people time to time, don't be too quick to judge folks based on what you listen, don't judge them based on what you think you know about them, because you really don't know them at all. The truth of the matter is, some people are good. I mean, real good at being one thing around you. Watch this, watch this. But something else behind closed doors. Y'all with me here, right? Watch this, watch this. Matter of fact, you probably would be surprised to learn some of the stuff that the person sitting right next to you does when they are out of your eyesight. Matter of fact, you ought to turn and look at them right now. Just look at them and say, I wonder what you do when you know I can't see you. Watch this. But you see, that's man's limitations. Man only looks at the outward appearance, but God has the power to look through man's physical skeletal structure to see what state man's heart is in, and likewise what state of man's soul is in. But watch this. Amos, apparently he had issues with a few folk. Evidently there were some people, some so-called church members, who were going around talking about how glorious it will be when the Lord comes. Y'all know we got some people like that in the church today. Y'all know about them. I've heard them. I've seen them on Sunday morning services in several churches that you go to, and a lot of them, they get up and they testify. They testify talking about saints. If you miss me from singing or preaching down here, you can't find me nowhere else. Come on up to the city called Glory, and I'll be waiting for you up there. It sounds good. Even when they say it, they sound so convincing. But my brothers and sisters, watch this. The proof is in the pudding. The spice is in the cake. There's no sense in you telling me that you look forward to glory if you can't get along with the folk right down here. What's this? There ain't no sense in you saying, oh, I love the Lord. He heard my cry and pitied every groan. Long as I live, while troubles rise, I'll haste unto his throne. If every time I hear your name mentioned, it's involved in some kind of ungodly mess. I need to drop some money right here in the middle and park it real quick. Watch this. I got to tell you this. Anybody who's playing church, you need to stop and get serious about this thing, because time is winding up. Listen here. I don't know when he's coming, but there's one thing that I'm sure of, that it is just a matter of time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
And so Amos here, he's trying to warn Israel.
Yes, right.
That destruction is approaching. Look at what he says in verse 16 and 17. He says, there shall be wailing in all streets. And there shall say in all the highways, alas, alas. And they shall call the husbandman to mourning. And such are as skillful of lamentation to wailing. Watch this. In other words, Amos is telling us that God's judgment and devastation will be so complete throughout the land that there will be sorrow on every street. Listen to this. Travelers on the highways will see it in every place they go. know. Farmers and vineyard workers, they will find the burden of sorrow more pressing than the cares of their crops, and it will lead to them to mourn. But the only ones who will profit from this judgment will be the professional mourners.
Come on now.
Professional mourners.
Washington, what you talking about? Okay, listen, I'm so happy y'all asked me that. Watch this. Professional mourners. Yes, you see, back in the Bible days, they had professional mourners. These professional mourners, they would go around crying for folk for free. Oh, let me rewind that. They will go and cry for folks for a fee. Watch this. If you die and then nobody like you, your family, they would hire somebody to come and cry at you. Watch this. Hold on, watch this. Hey, Bernard, listen. I got some people. They outside in a white van. It's about 6 of them. I need you to go and get them because I'm going to need some amens in a minute, okay? Go get them. Hey, hold on. Oh, wait.
Come on
Oh,
now.
you know what? They left this morning. Y'all all like that, okay? Okay, watch this. We got some professional mourners here, right? They cry at your funeral. Well, watch this. The word says that when the judgment of God comes, the only people who will profit from this will be those who make a living from professional mourners. And all of this will happen because Jehovah himself will pass through the land in judgment as he has promised. Listen, watch this. Tell somebody he's coming. Just as he promised.
Just as he promised.
Okay, watch this.
Come on.
Because I gotta leave this alone in a minute.
Come on.
The writer says that the land of Israel shall be put in mourning.
Come on.
True mourning.
Yeah.
That all places shall be filled with lamentations for the calamities coming upon them. I think we're seeing that in our land today. Look at our cities, if you will. The streets and the main streets, everything that's going on out here, you actually see people wailing in the streets. Yeah, they're wailing on the main streets, on the side streets, on the highways, on the byways. Every day you hear about another person being murdered. You hear about another person being mugged. You hear about another person being raped or robbed. Matter of fact, it ain't even safe to even walk the streets no more. You can't really walk them at night. I'm sorry, you can't walk them in the daytime. It's getting to the point where you have to walk around with pepper spray or some mace. Or matter of fact, you may have to walk around with the 38
Come on.
Listen. It's messed up out here. But the streets are they bad in this way, but our homes are in a bad way. Children, they are rising up against their parents. Parents are killing their children. Husbands and wives, they are living in the same house, but it ain't no love there.
Come on now.